I hear, women need to do this, that, and the third. Men set the tone, always finding new ways to create their desire for newness and fun and entertainment. Girls just want to have fun. So with that being said, when that energy is not bridled, when it's not given boundaries and barriers to make it more streamlined, so it's not.
He said you have to create boundaries for that energy. You're going to have to keep playing.
Okay,
But
so what he did was give you your part. There was more to that video.
Yeah.
So
All right, keep playing.
Argument. I know what he said.
All right, keep playing.
I heard that part.
Not chaotic. It can turn into them being disoriented mentally. They have so much ability to create. A lot of responsibility comes with that. And sometimes just the basic things can go unchecked because they're literally creating worlds at whim. All the things we want to complain about with women, they not doing what they need to do. If you doing what you got to do as a man, treating your body right, eating well, being a man of your word, spending time with God to maintain your peace, going to the therapy sessions, taking care of your family, setting the tone is in your decision making as well. End up bad-mouthing women and not realizing, I chose this. But if you choose a woman who has done enough work in her healing journey to be capable of making shifts, of recognizing where she needs work, whatever you put into motion, her energy will start to bleed into that direction and she will follow suit. There have been so many different things that my wife has been able to level up in. She was able to just watch how I move and run with it to the degree I ain't have to tell her, hey, you need to do this. The feminine energy, when it feels safe, confident in the tone that the man is setting because he's honoring himself so well, it's a natural flow over to the direction that he's walking in.
Do you still think that's what he said?
Yeah,
he didn't. Marcus. He didn't say what you said. He said.
Oh my God. Y'all didn't hear this man say he was talking about boundaries and discipline for himself. And by him setting those things, he creates a tone that his woman falls into naturally.
Marcus.
And she starts to behave better because
let me get on this for y'all take the whole damn
thing. I'm with you, Marcus, on that one.
Like, y'all don't hear that?
He did not say what you said. He said, Marcus. I listened to it intently. I didn't hear it the first time.
But I wasn't speaking verbatim. I paraphrased.
You said that after he's supposed to check it early.
Yeah, he said we let things go unchecked. That was him saying it.
No, honestly, I agree with the brother, man, because a lot of times we focus on the negative in anything, in situation. If we at work, with your relationship or anything, we focus on the negative so much that we stop doing the work on ourselves. So even with me, before I got married, I had some issues that I had to work on. And then I noticed the more I changed, the more she changed with me. You know what I mean? So the brother was 100% correct on that, because a lot of times we focus on what the other person is doing rather than what we need to do. And then I told my wife, I was like, hey, you need to work on the things you need to work on. I'm gonna work on the things I need to work on. And then eventually things started to get better. And then now we was able to talk more. Things was able to be more easily, it's an easier relationship, so that's why I think the brother is trying to say. He might say a lot of words that might, confuse y'all, because a lot of times he long-winded. So he said a lot of stuff. So maybe, some of his things are probably contradicting to in your brain, but that's the gist of what he's basically saying.
So wait, James, I'm far from slow. So it's nothing that I didn't catch. You understand? Because I listened with intention. You cherry pick what you wanted out of what he said. I saw his intention. And I can't tell you what you saw and what you chose to grab. You said we more so look for negatives. No, I look for truth. The truth don't need motivation. And I run with that. That's a guys that men blame women too much for what? You have a social contract to protect that woman in your life. And there's extremes. You have a wife or you have a girl or someone that you're looking to get in a relationship with. Nothing was missed. My brain worked just fine. My mama dropped me a couple times, but I'm able to see bullshit, smell bullshit, and, get away from bullshit and wash it off. So you're not going to stand there and pander and use certain words like honor. Let me honor you. Come on, man. Cut it out.
But you even listen what I said. I didn't say nothing what you just said to me. You said I said you were slow. I said I blame him. I said he said too many words that maybe it was
our brain was not interpreting. That's calling me slow.
I didn't say that. I
did say that.
He said too many. I said
Watch,
he said
watch.
too
When
many
you
words.
remind, take
He
a
over
timestamp.
he
The
over
last 5 minutes.
explained.
You said my
And I
brain
said
couldn't
he
interpret.
no, I said that he might have contradicted himself in y'all brain. I didn't say that you wasn't able to
So in
interpret
my
it.
brain,
I said
he came in there and contradicted it.
What was his
I
contradiction
said
exactly? What was his contradiction exactly?
No, he said that. So
no, I said
Because
that y'all
I
can
agree with James' point. Because the way y'all are interpreting it, no, I agree with his point. The way y'all are interpreting it is not what me and James heard, right? So
exactly.
he's saying that the way that man worded this, it may have been too
interpreted differently. He didn't.
yeah,
He's not
and not
calling you
direct.
slow, Kenny.
No, he's not calling you slow, and it wasn't direct. Like we spoke about this earlier, right? When Shan was talking
words
about he
have
prefers.
meaning. When you say my brain, that's
Hold on, let me
me.
get a second to finish my thought, brother. Just 1 second. When he said earlier, when Shan said that he prefers to speak directly to somebody and just get it over with, right? What the brother was doing in the video was he was delivering a message that can be interpreted by women as well as men that can hear what he's saying from that perspective. So when men tend to do that, it's I don't consider it lying at all. I consider that softening the message and making it more palpable. But some men consider that lying and pandering, and that's not what he's doing. We got to understand that women communicate differently than men, and in order to communicate to them the way Shan and you might communicate, it does not work that way. So you've got to add different layers to add a feeling element to what they say in order for them to receive the logic in a way that they interpret correctly. So that's why I was able to pull.
You mean he's doing the same thing that James did?
That's what Marcus. See, Marcus, that's what he's trying to say. So, Kenny, James was not coming for you. He was just basically saying, well, you know, the way I interpreted it is this, and you guys may have interpreted it a different way. I think you got your swords up, so you're ready to squabble and joust with whoever is coming for you.
I listen to what you say.
But no, I heard. Listen, trust me, Kenny. He wasn't coming for us. He wasn't. But Marcus, when you say what you just did was you virtue sick, you was like basically, but I'm right, y'all are wrong. So you're interpreting it the wrong way, Shannon and Kenny. And what women need is this extra layer that y'all not doing. You mean you believe that that's what's necessary?
Exactly.
And that's where that's
no. So
what we're saying is
I do believe it's
right.
I
know you do. I know you do.
Yeah.
But the language that Kenny is asking is saying, well, that's what you think. Shannon and Kenny may think it a different way. There may not necessarily be a right and wrong because it works.
So what I'm saying is it's right in regards to speaking directly to men the way that y'all want to communicate. Like studies, you could poll the chat, you could ask. You say what?
I was gonna say depending on the man.
No, I'm saying I'm speaking on how women interpret things. I'm saying you can ask them what you got from that, and if they thought he was,
and that's the argument. That's what I'm saying. I think we're both.
Marcus, you can't speak for women. You just
what I'm saying.
how women interpret things.
Right.
But I hear your overreaching point, Marcus. I get what you're saying. Listen, and I know we want to move forward because I can see it in JR's eyes. I'm simply saying this. What's scrolling across the bottom of the screen is saying, do men blame women too much? And all I wanted to let you know, Marcus, is how can a man do anything if he can't find a woman to get behind him? That's all that I think me and Kenny is saying. You want me to lead, Marcus? There needs to be followers first.
And
in modern laws allow the followers to not be led if they don't like how the leader makes them feel.
Okay, that's so and I get that point, and I agree. Now, the portion that I think people look over is what we're talking about is communication. That communication style, if you don't feel that's effective, that's precisely the communication style you need in order to effectively lead women. That communication style right there, the one he was using that roused people up, it is 100% how effective so one thing you will notice is the people who understand that communication style normally don't say that they're having negative experiences with women because that communication style subverts that experience that other people have. I'm not saying it's occurring or not occurring, but that communication style subverts that. So it may appear as though that the person is pandering to somebody that doesn't speak that way, but to the people who do, we like, no, it just works that simply.